Good morning, this is Rich Nelson with Allendale. Special update for you guys regarding USDA's two reports here today. Today's date is March 29th of 2019. USDA released the Prospective Plantings Report, the very first real survey-based estimate of U.S. producers regarding their spring planting decisions, as well as the second report, which is grain stocks, a quarterly report of updating what's left over from last fall's harvest. So an update on old crop stocks. Now, as far as a big market mover today, this will be on the quarterly grain stocks numbers. USDA found 8.605 billion bushels of corn at the as of March 1. That was over the average trade guess of 8.335. So in other words, USDA found old crop corn stocks were 270 million bushels over the average trade guess. USDA will therefore be lowering demand on this next April supply-demand report and also raising old crop stocks. This will be the main driver for today's price move as far as the overall numbers there. As far as soybeans, it looks like the average trade guess is relatively close as far as the soybean grain stock numbers. Old crop stocks counted at 2.716 billion bushels. That was only 33 million bushels over the average trade guess. So on this one, looks like the trade may be seeing some mild pressure on soybeans because of this, but as a result, as a big picture issue, not that much of a miss. Average numbers as far as the wheat stocks as of March 1. 1.591 billion bushels. That was over the average trade guess by about 36 million bushels. So corn, soybeans, and wheat old crop stocks were found a little higher than what the trade was expecting. Mainly, the main issue here is the larger corn numbers. As far as prospective plantings, USDA's numbers on corn, 92.792 billion bushel or million acres. That was higher than all the estimates here. In fact, just a little bit higher than the highest estimate. This does represent a 3.663 million acre increase over last year. So bottom line, larger corn stocks plus larger acreage expected as of that report. As a reminder, Prospective Plantings was a survey taken as of March 1. It shows producers' intentions. It does not show producers' intentions minus some type of weather impact. As far as soybeans, the stock number 84.617 million acres, that one in this case was quite a bit lower than the average trade guess of 86.2. As far as the soybean numbers, this does represent a 4.579 million acre decline than last year. So on the acreage decision, much higher than expected corn acres and much lower than expected soybean acres. And that actually corresponds very well with Allendale's own annual producer survey, which we released earlier this month. So Allendale was the lowest trade estimate of all the analyst groups on soybean acres, and this number actually came in a little bit right next to that number here for the most part. As far as wheat acreage, 47.339 million acres. This was a little bit higher than the average trade guess of 46.9. In this case, this was 461,000 acres over last year. As far as the overall acreage numbers put all together, top three crops, corn, soybeans, and wheat, comes to 224.748 million acres. That's a small decline from last year of 1.4. As a reminder, USDA's February Ag Forum numbers suggested about a 2.2 million acre drop. So as far as overall issues for this report, we found larger than expected old crop stocks, mainly in corn. As far as soybean, or as far as the planting numbers, we saw a larger switch than the trade was expecting. 3.7 million acres going into corn versus last year, 4.6 million acres moving out of soybeans compared with last year. Any questions on what this means for markets, price, or how to market or trade in this environment, give Allendale a call, 1-800-262-7538.